What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another break on this Saturday evening. Right now we've got 2024 Skybox Metal Universe Marvel Avengers 2-box number 1 random letter. Should be a fun one, a little bit more unique. I'm going to get this shared over to the group, get everybody tagged, and then we'll hop on in this. All right, there we go. Got all those tags in there. Give everybody a couple of seconds here to hop on in before we random off the spots. There's 3 spots left on Panini Luminance Football. So if you want to check that out, highly recommend that. Another really fun break. We do have our 1 of 1 bounty going on right now. $400 break credit to the first person who hits a 1 of 1. So hopefully we can get that for one of y'all today. But here we go. Let's hop into the browser and get this one kicked off. We got the names here first. Jordan Gwinnett on top. Jeremy Burke on the bottom. Going to roll the dice. Anything 4 or less, we will roll again. Got a 10, so we're good there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Scott Snyder on top. Chris Morrell on the bottom. There we go. Then we will hop on over to the letters / spots here. We got the miscellaneous spot on top. W on the bottom. Same thing, roll the dice. Anything 4 or less, we will roll again. Got a 5, so we're good there. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Miscellaneous spot still on top. S on the bottom there. There we go. Got that spacing fixed as well. Hop back over to the main. Hit that trade timer. Feel free to put your letters or spots in the chat if you'd like to trade. I'm going to go ahead and get those verification codes pasted into the chat. After I do that, I'll go ahead and explain random letter one more time. Also, feel free to ask questions at any point too if something is confusing. All right, verification codes are posted. Just about 4 minutes left on that trade timer. Let me go ahead and go over this random letter one more time while y'all are deciding if you want to make trades or not. I'm just going to read off the website. Feel happy to answer any questions, but the letters will be based on the first letter of the character or card name. For example, Spider-Man will go to the letter S. Miles Morales will go to the letter M. Autograph cards, though, will go to the first letter of the person who autographed the comic cut. So even if it's a Spider-Man comic, it would go to J for John Romita Jr. as an example. Non-auto comic cuts will go to the miscellaneous spot. The reasoning for that is that some of the comic cuts feature a character or multiple characters, but is labeled as the issue instead. For example, Avengers 2012, issue 18. So to avoid any confusion there, all non-auto comic cuts will go to the miscellaneous spot. So that's how the random letter is going to work. It'll go based on the first letter of the card, except for autos, which will go to the first letter of the person who signed the card. Like I said, if anybody has any questions at any point, feel free to ask that as well. Just hit the 3-minute mark on our trade timer. So we're almost to the halfway point. Still plenty of time if anybody does want to try to swap letters. I know it's a little bit harder than when it's like a team, but this should be a really fun one. I'm really excited for it. All right, just hit the 2.5-minute mark. Now at the halfway point for this trade timer. Still plenty of time though if anybody wants to swap letters. Also hoping to see some sketch cards in here of top Marvel characters. Looking for all new Soldiers metal cards. There's going to be 6 cards per pack, 12 packs per box. So lots of opportunity. All right, 1 minute and 30 seconds left on that trade timer, getting nearer and nearer to our last 60 seconds. Last 60 seconds here on this trade timer. Last 30 seconds on that trade timer, getting near the wire or down to the wire, but still a little bit of time if anybody does want to swap letters before we hop on in. Last 10 seconds here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right, that's going to do it for the trade timer. Seeing no trades, those are going to be everybody's spots/letters. Good luck, everybody. Here we go, box number 1. Empty box there. Here we go. Like I said, if at any point you have questions on how the random letters work, do not hesitate to ask. Got a U.S. agent here. Nice way to kick us off. That's going to be 23 out of 25. Going over to you. That one's going over to Christopher. There you go, Chris. Nice out of 25 U.S. agent to kick us off. Got an 82 out of 150 Blizzard here, coming over to the letter B. Really appreciate the look of these cards. I love vintage, even though these aren't like vintage, but I love like 90s comic style. Guess the 90s might be considered vintage now. I don't think it's vintage. We got a Sentry here on the gold. Looks like that one's not going to be numbered there. Going to get this first base moved out of the way. We got a Comic Cuts here. That one's going to be numbered 53 out of 65. And that one is going over to Scott Snyder with the non-auto Comic Cut spot. Check these out real quick. Go ahead and get that one magged up. Once again, going over to Scott. Congrats on that Comic Cut, Scott. There we go. And that one's going to be from Spider-Woman 2020. It's going to be the card that was behind that. Got a Blast Furnace here. Insert for Kree. That one's going over to the letter K. Two packs left in this first box. Got a 147 out of 199 Arcane. Here, going over to the letter A. Nice looking card there. Going over to Joey Doherty. Got a red metal Jessica Jones here. That one's going to be 98 out of 100. Going over to the letter J. That one's going over to Christopher Nice Jessica Jones there coming your way. All right, let me get this base moved over. We'll hop into box number 2. Good luck once again, everybody. Empty box there. Got a 44 out of 75. Purely periodic hazmat. Really fun insert there. That one's going over to the letter H. And Jordan. There you go, Jordan. Nice hazmat out of 75 coming your way. Got a Soldier's Medal card here. Captain America versus Iron Man. Bigger mag for that one. For that one, we will random it at the end between C and I. Since there are 2 characters on there. But nice one there. Love the look of those cards. Really enjoy the shadow box design there. And like I said, that'll get random between the letter C and the letter I. Got a Palladium for Mantis here on the acetate. That one's obviously going over to the letter M. Really love the look of acetate cards. Got a Hawkeye here. That one's going to be numbered 9 out of 150. Going over to the letter H. Just a couple more packs here. Got a stinger here, 122 out of 150. Going over to the letter S there. Got a Precious Metal Gems Vision here. That one's going to be 40 out of 100. That one's going over to the letter V. Really nice looking card there. Love the way the red makes the card really pop. All right, 2 more packs to go. Got a Black Panther on the purple here. That one's going to be 187 out of 199. Going over to the letter B. And last pack here. We got a Precious Metals Gem Blue Absorbing Man. 6 out of 50. That one's going over to the letter A to finish us off there. That one going over to Joey Doherty. There you go, Joey. All right, let me get this base moved over. And then we'll go ahead and do the random for that Captain America versus Iron Man. And then go ahead and hop into our recap. All right, let me hop on over to the browser here. We've got the Captain America Iron Man random for the Soldier's Medal that I will show again in a second. I'm going to roll the dice. Anything 4 or less, we will roll again, and then whatever letter is on top will get that card. Got a 10, so we're good there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That one's going over to C and Captain America. Go ahead and get this verification code pasted into the chat real quick. That one's going over to Chris Morrell. There you go, Chris. Got that Soldier's Medal coming your way. Get some of these moved out of the way. Let's hop into our brief recap. Here we go. Got an Absorbing Man on the blue, 6 out of 50. Coming over to the letter A. We got the Palladium Mantis here on the acetate die cut. Got the Purely Periodic Hazmat, 44 out of 75, going over to the letter H. And then we've got the U.S. Agent, 23 out of 25, going over to the letter U. We got our comic cut here, going over to Scott Snyder and the non-auto comic spot. And we've got the Soldier's Medal, Captain America versus Iron Man, going over to letter C for Captain America due to that random. All right, that's going to do it for this break, everybody. Thank you for hopping on with me, and I'll catch you.